We all have, right? Well, in just a few minutes, we're going to look at Genesis chapter 34 and talk about how do we deal with it when bad things happen to good people. All right, so here is the story um, about a lady that was Jacob and Leah's daughter that was raped, and I could not imagine anything more horrific or terrible to happen to someone. But it says her daughter was raped by a local prince, and then what happened to this prince? He actually ended up falling in love with this girl, and he wanted to win her over. And Jacob heard what had happened. Her dad heard what had happened. Can you imagine the pain in this father's heart? He heard what happened. And then Jacob's sons heard what happened to their sister. And they were furious and were shocked by what had happened, what this prince did to their sister, that he had raped their sister. And what happened, Shechem was the name of this prince, and he begged Jacob's family to marry her. And what happens is that this girl's brothers come up with a plan to get Shechem back for raping their sister. And so they told Shechem, we'll give you our daughter, and as long as you are circumcised, and all your men in town are circumcised. And so Shechem, the Bible says, wasted no time, and because he desperately wanted Jacob's daughter. And so Shechem told his father about what they agreed to do, and to let these people live in their land. And all the men agreed to be circumcised and to do this. And the Bible says 3 days later, while the men were still sore, Jacob's sons went into town and killed every man, and basically rescued their sister from Shechem, this evil prince. And then they took everything that belonged to these men. And then afterwards, Jacob said, "You've done basically you've ruined me because you've done this on your own ability, your own time, from your emotions and your frustration, and then I will be hated all around Canaan." And then his brothers, Jacob's sons, told Jacob, "Why would we ever allow anyone to treat our sister this way?" So here's a couple of things about this I want you to see today. You know, bad things will happen to good people. Bad things have happened to all of us that we didn't deserve, and for any reason, maybe you were living right, doing the right things, and bad things still happened. And here's I want you to see this is that there will be a price to pay. That person that hurt you, that they will stand before the Lord, and God will punish them. God will hold them accountable. That the Bible says that there's always a penalty for sin. Did you hear me just now? They're not getting away with it. That person that hurt you, that person that said those things about you, that came at you, uh, that God will hold them accountable. The Bible says the penalty for sin is death. And the Bible also says about sin, it says sin is fun for a season, but there's always going to be a consequence. This thing about sin is that we need to realize that sin not only affects the person that's sinning, but also affects those people around them. And I want you to know today that, those people that hurt you, they're not getting away with it. They may get away with it. Maybe the from our legal system, they may get away with it for the moment. You may feel like, do they realize how much they hurt you? But I want you to know they're not going to get away with it. That pain, those things they did to you, God's going to hold them accountable. Here's my prayer: is that God would keep us from sin. He would keep us from sinful people. That we would leave the punishment up to God, and that we wouldn't be the ones always seeking revenge, but taking things into our own hands. I think that's a natural response and reaction. It's taking things into our own hands. But we would take those things to the Lord and let God deal with them. And then, obviously, if something happened to you that broke the law, then obviously you should approach the legal authorities and get them involved. But listen, I want you to know today that bad things will happen to you, even if you're a good person. And it's not because uh, God's allowing it. It's because of sin and evil in the world. And so we need to stop blaming God for those kinds of things and realize that Satan is still working in our world, and there are still sinful people, and sinful people will do sinful things. And we just need to ask God for God to heal our hearts and to restore us and to even forgive those people that have hurt us severely. And trust me, I know people that have hurt you severely, that something happened in my life when I was about 10 or 11, 12 years old, and someone really, really hurt me and violated me. And um, it just could have been a part of my life, part of my story that could have really destroyed me, destroyed my faith, and could have made me a different person than I am today. But even though that thing happened in my life, it doesn't define who I am. Who defines who I am? Jesus Christ. He made me a new creature, and that He restored my hope. He's healed my heart, and God's created me to be a light for Him. So remember, whatever you're dealing with, let God take revenge and deal with those people that have hurt you. And remember, they're not getting away with their sin. God will hold them accountable. So God bless you. Remember that you matter to me, but more importantly, you matter to God. God bless you, and have a great day.